The year 2005 was a whirlwind of memorable cultural, political, and social moments. It was a year that balanced the thrill of major entertainment debuts, historic events in civil rights, and breakthroughs in technology with somber occurrences such as natural disasters and terrorism. While flying cars and alien encounters might have been fiction, the actual events of this year were no less dramatic or impactful. From justice in long cold cases to cultural breakthroughs and shocking tragedies, 2005 offered a blend of progress and hardship that left an indelible mark on our collective memory. The cultural milestone for justice. In early 2005, a decades-old case came to a significant turning point as Edgar Ray Killen, a former Ku Klux Klan organizer, was convicted for his role in the 1964 murders of 3 civil rights activists, James Chaney, Michael Schwerner, and Andrew Goodman. This brutal crime had epitomized racial injustice in the U.S., as the activists were abducted and murdered in Mississippi, sparking national outrage. The FBI's investigation into their disappearance was one of the most extensive civil rights cases, yet many perpetrators escaped punishment. Killen's conviction, coming over 40 years later, brought overdue justice and served as a powerful acknowledgement of the horrors of that era. His sentencing, while a historical moment, was brief in comparison to the lives taken, as Killen served only 13 years of his 60-year sentence before passing away in 2018. His conviction highlighted how justice, though delayed, could still be served in the name of civil rights. Breaking barriers in American politics. 2005 saw Condoleezza Rice sworn in as the U.S. Secretary of State, making her the first Black woman to ever hold this influential position in the U.S. government. Before this appointment, Rice was already known for her impressive career in politics and foreign policy, having served as the National Security Advisor to President George W. Bush. She had also been an academic powerhouse, holding a Ph.D. in political science and various professorships. Rice's historic appointment symbolized a turning point for African American women in leadership and set a high bar for future generations. Her tenure focused on U.S. diplomacy efforts during a turbulent time marked by the Iraq War, the Bush administration's anti-terrorism policies, and strained relations with countries like North Korea and Iran. Her time as Secretary of State made Rice not only a powerful figure domestically, but a respected voice on the international stage. Progress for LGBTQ+ rights. In 2005, Canada and Spain made history in LGBTQ+ rights, becoming 2 of the earliest nations to legalize same-sex marriage. Canada's Civil Marriage Act, introduced in February, legally redefined marriage to include same-sex couples, extending equal rights to LGBTQ+ Canadians and marking a profound moment in the fight for equality. This act represented Canada's commitment to human rights and inclusivity, setting an example for other nations. Shortly after, Spain followed suit, with the Spanish Parliament voting to eliminate distinctions between same-sex and heterosexual unions in June. The legalization of same-sex marriage in these countries inspired a wave of progress globally, prompting other nations to reevaluate their marriage laws and contributing to a growing movement toward equal rights. These groundbreaking decisions not only transformed the lives of LGBTQ+ individuals within Canada and Spain, but also underscored a global shift toward equality and acceptance. The threat of nuclear weapons looms large. In February 2005, North Korea confirmed it possessed nuclear weapons, escalating global tensions and heightening fears of potential conflict. The announcement, broadcast by the state-controlled Korean Central News Agency, claimed that these nuclear weapons were intended for self-defense against the Bush administration's policies, which the North Korean government viewed as an attempt to isolate and suppress their nation. This revelation placed additional strain on North Korea's already tense relations with the United States and surrounding countries. The international community expressed concern, as nuclear capabilities in North Korea threatened regional stability and posed a risk of nuclear proliferation. Diplomatic efforts to denuclearize the Korean peninsula continued, but North Korea's stance highlighted the complexities and challenges of global nuclear policy. This development underscored the growing need for diplomatic solutions and non-proliferation treaties to maintain global peace. A royal engagement and a new video platform. In February 2005, the British royal family garnered attention when Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles announced their engagement. Following his publicized divorce from Princess Diana in 1996 and her tragic death in 1997, the nature of Charles's relationship with Camilla had long been a subject of media scrutiny. The announcement was a second chance at happiness for Charles, though it was met with mixed reactions from the British public, many of whom still held Princess Diana in high regard. Despite this, the couple married on April 9, 2005, in a modest civil ceremony, and Camilla became the Duchess of Cornwall. The same month, a digital revolution began when YouTube was founded by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jared Karim. The platform officially launched on February 14, aiming to provide users with a simple way to share videos online. Within months, YouTube gained popularity, laying the foundation for a new era of online content creation and entertainment. Record-breaking adventures in the skies. Aviation enthusiast Steve Fawcett achieved a major feat in March 2005, becoming the first person to complete a solo flight around the world without stopping to refuel. Fawcett, an accomplished adventurer and a member of the Royal Geographical Society, took off from Salina, Kansas, in the Virgin Atlantic Global Flyer and completed his journey in just 67 hours. The flight covered a staggering 40,234 kilometers, about 25,000 miles, and tested the limits of human endurance and engineering. Fawcett's journey symbolized the spirit of exploration and adventure, echoing historical attempts to circumnavigate the globe. His accomplishment not only set a world record, but also inspired future generations to push the boundaries of what's possible in aviation and exploration. This achievement highlighted the incredible advancements in aviation technology and Fawcett's place among the world's greatest explorers. Media giants rise and change. The year 2005 saw leadership changes and innovations that would redefine the media landscape. Michael Eisner stepped down as CEO of the Walt Disney Company after a 21-year tenure, passing the role to Bob Iger. During his time, Eisner had transformed Disney into a global entertainment powerhouse, but his leadership style had also faced criticism, and his departure was a turning point for the company. Iger, in contrast, was known for his collaborative approach and would go on to secure Disney's status as a media giant by overseeing acquisitions of major franchises like Marvel, Pixar, and Lucasfilm. In the online world, the Huffington Post launched in May 2005 as an alternative news and commentary site, with founders Arianna Huffington, Andrew Breitbart, Kenneth Lehrer, and Jonah Peretti aiming to challenge traditional news media. Their vision of a digital-first, opinion-driven platform set a new standard in online journalism, providing a blueprint for future digital media outlets. A court case captivates the world. One of the most sensational court cases of the year involved pop superstar Michael Jackson, who was acquitted of child molestation charges after a highly publicized trial. The trial, held in Santa Maria, California, captivated audiences worldwide as news channels and tabloids followed every twist and turn. Jackson's defense argued that the accusations were financially motivated and highlighted inconsistencies in the testimonies. The case, which ran for 4 months, became known as a media circus, with constant coverage and a flood of speculation. The pop icon's acquittal brought relief to his fans, but raised questions about the ethics of celebrity media coverage and public perception of justice. This trial emphasized the complex relationship between fame, privacy, and the court of public opinion. And that wraps up our journey through the unforgettable moments of 2005. From groundbreaking social progress and iconic entertainment debuts to shocking global events, this year had it all. We hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating moments in history.